Before Nigeria became a nation, it was home to powerful empires. Long before the lines were drawn on colonial maps, this land thrummed with the pulse of sophisticated societies, each with its own unique story, its own triumphs, and its own legacy. This corner of West Africa was not a void waiting to be filled, but a vibrant crucible of human ingenuity, where great civilizations rose and fell like the tides of the Atlantic. Their influence, like the deep roots of an ancient baobab tree, still nourishes the cultural soil of the country we know today. Join me, Chukwudi, as we embark on a remarkable historical journey. We will peel back the layers of time to reveal the stories of 5 extraordinary empires that shaped the very identity of Nigeria. We will travel across vast savannas through dense forests and along ancient trade routes to witness their power, their artistry, and their enduring spirit. This is not just a tale of kings and conquests, but a story of people, of culture, and of the intricate web of history that connects the past to the present. Prepare to be captivated by the ingenuity of the Nok, the might of the Oyo, the artistic brilliance of Benin, the endurance of Kanem Bornu, and the transformative power of the Sokoto Caliphate. We will explore the foundations upon which modern Nigeria was built, discovering a history far richer and more complex than is often told. This is the story of Nigeria's ancient heart, a story that continues to beat strongly in the lives of its people. Our journey begins deep in the past, on the Jos Plateau of central Nigeria, around 1500 BC. Here, in the cradle of one of West Africa's earliest known civilizations, the Nok people emerged. They were not just simple farmers, they were pioneers, among the very first in the region to master the complex art of iron smelting. This technological leap allowed them to forge stronger tools for agriculture and more effective weapons for defense, transforming their society and setting them on a path to prominence. The air here would have hummed with the sound of bellows and the clang of hammers on anvils. The most breathtaking legacy of the Nok is not their iron, but their clay. They were artists of extraordinary skill, creating terracotta sculptures that are among the most iconic relics of ancient Africa. These figures, with their distinctive triangular eyes, elaborate hairstyles, and expressive postures, offer a silent yet profound glimpse into their world. Were they effigies of revered ancestors, representations of powerful rulers, or perhaps figures used in sacred rituals? We can only speculate, but their haunting beauty speaks volumes about a culture rich in symbolism and artistic sophistication. Though their civilization mysteriously faded around 500 AD, the influence of the Nok endured. Their early mastery of iron technology likely spread throughout the region, laying a crucial technological foundation for the empires that would follow. Their unique artistic style, too, may have echoed through the centuries, influencing the later sculptural traditions of great kingdoms like Ife and Benin. The Nok were the prologue to Nigeria's epic story, a silent but powerful first chapter written in iron and clay, a testament to the ancient roots of innovation in this land. From the central highlands, we travel southwest into the Yoruba heartland, where a formidable power, the Oyo Empire, rose to dominance. Emerging around the 14th century, Oyo's strength was not forged in furnaces, but on the open savanna. Their genius was in recognizing the strategic power of cavalry. By importing horses from the north and developing a highly skilled corps of riders, the Oyo created a military machine that was unmatched in the forests and grasslands of the region. The thundering hooves of the Oyo cavalry became a symbol of unstoppable power and imperial authority. At the apex of this empire was the Alafin, a ruler whose power was both political and spiritual, yet ingeniously balanced by a council of elders known as the Oyo Mesi. This sophisticated system of checks and balances was a hallmark of their governance, preventing absolute tyranny and ensuring political stability that allowed the empire to flourish for centuries. The capital city, Oyo-Ile, became a sprawling metropolis, a center of commerce, politics, and culture that drew people from across West Africa. Its markets would have been a vibrant tapestry of languages, goods, and ideas. The influence of the Oyo Empire stretched far beyond its military conquests. They controlled key trade routes that linked the coastal forests with the Trans-Saharan network, trading in goods like kola nuts, salt, and textiles. This economic might further cemented their power and spread Yoruba culture, language, and religious beliefs far and wide. For over 3 centuries, the Oyo were the undisputed masters of this domain, their political and military structures creating a legacy of organization and strength that would profoundly influence the Yoruba people and the future nation of Nigeria. Our path now leads us south, into the dense rainforests of what is now Edo State, to the heart of the legendary Benin Empire. From the 13th century onwards, this kingdom cultivated a society renowned for its breathtaking artistry and its highly structured governance. The capital, Benin City, was a marvel of urban planning. It was protected by a massive system of walls and moats, described by early European visitors as one of the most beautiful and well-ordered cities they had ever seen. This was not a random settlement, but a meticulously designed testament to a powerful and organized civilization. The Oba, the divine king of Benin, presided over a complex court society. The story of the kingdom, its history, its beliefs, and the achievements of its rulers were not written in books, but cast in metal. Benin artisans perfected a sophisticated lost wax casting technique to create thousands of intricate bronze plaques and sculptures. These Benin bronzes are more than just art. They are historical documents, a royal archive that decorated the Oba's palace, each piece telling a story, preserving a memory, and reinforcing the power and continuity of the dynasty for all to see. Benin's power was also built on trade. It established a strong commercial relationship with European traders, particularly the Portuguese, from the 15th century onwards. The empire controlled the trade in valuable goods like ivory, pepper, and palm oil, exchanging them for metals and firearms, which further strengthened the Oba's military and political control. The Benin Empire stands as a powerful example of a highly sophisticated, self-sufficient African kingdom with a rich cultural heritage and a complex system of governance that commanded respect both at home and abroad. We now journey far to the northeast, to the arid plains surrounding Lake Chad, a region that gave birth to one of the longest-lasting empires in human history, the Kanem-Bornu. Its story is one of incredible endurance, spanning over 1,000 years from its origins around the 8th century. Its longevity was rooted in its strategic position astride the great trans-Saharan trade routes. For centuries, it acted as a vital crossroads, connecting the Mediterranean world of North Africa with the diverse economies of the sub-Saharan region. The lifeblood of the empire was the caravan trade. Salt, horses, and goods from the north were exchanged for gold, ivory, and enslaved people from the south. The rulers, known as the Mai, became masters of desert logistics and diplomacy, securing the routes and levying taxes that filled their coffers. The adoption of Islam in the 11th century further deepened their connections with the wider Muslim world, bringing literacy, Islamic law, and new administrative techniques that helped to centralize and strengthen the state, creating a sophisticated Islamic scholarly tradition in the heart of Africa. The military might of Kanem-Bornu was legendary, particularly under the rule of Mai Idris Aluma in the 16th century. He established a standing army, equipped it with firearms acquired through trade with the Ottoman Empire, and built a fleet of boats for controlling Lake Chad. This military innovation allowed the empire to expand and maintain its dominance over a vast territory for centuries. The story of Kanem-Bornu is a profound lesson in resilience, adaptation, and the ability to thrive by mastering the currents of trade and diplomacy. Our final chapter takes us to the 19th century, a period of immense change across the Hausa states of the north. Here, a scholar and preacher named Usman Dan Fodio ignited a movement that would reshape the political and religious landscape of the entire region. He rallied against the corrupt and syncretic practices of the local Hausa rulers, calling for a return to the pure principles of Islam. His teachings resonated deeply with the Fulani pastoralists and the Hausa peasantry, sparking a revolution, a jihad that would sweep across the land. Between 1804 and 1808, Usman Dan Fodio's followers overthrew most of the Hausa city-states, establishing a vast new state, the Sokoto Caliphate. It became one of the largest and most powerful empires in Africa in the 19th century, stretching from modern-day Burkina Faso to Cameroon. The Caliphate was not just a military conquest, it was a project of state-building founded on Islamic law and administration. A network of emirates, each led by an emir loyal to the caliph in Sokoto, governed the vast and diverse population. The establishment of the Caliphate had a profound and lasting impact. It unified the Hausa-land politically for the first time, promoted literacy and Islamic scholarship on an unprecedented scale, and stimulated economic activity and trade within its secure borders. Though its sovereignty would eventually be challenged and subsumed by British colonial rule, the administrative and religious structures put in place by the Sokoto Caliphate proved remarkably resilient. Its legacy continues to define the cultural, religious, and political identity of northern Nigeria to this day. From the ancient terracotta of the Nok to the powerful cavalry of Oyo, from the bronze archives of Benin to the enduring trade routes of Kanem-Bornu and the unifying faith of the Sokoto Caliphate, we have journeyed through a magnificent past. These empires, each remarkable in its own right, are not merely relics of a bygone era. They are the bedrock, the deep and intricate foundations upon which modern Nigeria was built. Their systems of governance, their artistic traditions, their trade networks, and their spiritual legacies all flow like powerful rivers into the great sea of contemporary Nigerian identity. These empires laid the foundation for modern Nigeria, shaping its diverse ethnic tapestry, its cultural richness, and its complex political landscape. Understanding their stories is essential to understanding Nigeria itself. The echoes of their power can still be heard in the languages spoken, the traditions practiced, and the social structures that persist today. They remind us that Nigeria's history is a story of indigenous innovation, strength, and sophistication that long predates its creation as a modern nation-state. I encourage you to continue this journey of discovery. Delve deeper into the histories of these great empires and the many other kingdoms and cultures that have graced this land. Read the books, visit the museums, and listen to the stories passed down through generations. For in learning more about Nigeria's rich history, we not only honor the past, but also gain a more profound appreciation for the vibrant, resilient, and dynamic nation that stands today. Thank you for joining me.